Yeah, I really want to make more videos that explain single shots. Been having that thing in my to-do list for months, but well, this is the first one. So this is the first picture that I'm going to explain in details. I want to keep it short, but I choose this one to start because the perspective is very different from our usual work. Some of you are going to notice that I used a longer lens for that, a longer focal. So I'm at 85 millimeters for this one, similar to this one here and also this one. Late at night during that photo shoot, I noticed that we could see some lights from Rimouski, the city that was just probably 30 minutes from where we were, and that I could use that glow with the clouds, but I needed to be very narrow because I had too much water on one side, I had the mountain on the other side, so I really needed to be narrow. I decided to go at 85 and suddenly things started to be very magical. I started to play with that, but it was very short because the tide was coming up and we didn't know if we would be able to go back to the car. So we kind of rushed at that moment. And this is the only video footage that I have during that time. So shooting at 85 millimeters means that I was very far away from Kim. The camera was super far away from Kim, maybe 50 meters. And I was running on rocks, sharp rocks in the dark, so not ideal. And when I'm shooting with a wide angle, sometimes I'm just like at 4 meters, so it's very not the same game. I use the Roze bronze tube from the Olympic kit. This is one of my favorite tubes these days. It's really great because you can match it up with interesting skies at night. It's pretty neutral. So I had a long one and a small one attached with this extender here, and so you can make it longer using this. But for this specific picture, I only connected the two. I used a black cap on top. This is a vertical panorama, so the top part is my main image. I also took one picture just a bit lower, so that just that little part at the bottom where we see the small pounds. This is the second shot that I took right after, and I merged both to have that unusual ratio, about 5:4. The exifs are 8 seconds. I was not in bulb. When I'm shooting beyond 50 millimeters, I always go with a fixed exposure because I know that my trigger is not going to be reliable on both. So even if I hold it down, it's just going to glitch and I cannot really know what's happening. So I was using a 8-second exposure and I had the live view flip towards our direction. So I was able to see when the exposure was starting, and then I would simply turn on the light, this thing, and it was doing my circle during about 3 seconds. Then I was releasing this button and I was letting the exposure run for the rest of the time, 5 more seconds, total 8. And that's how I got that beautiful background. The rest of the settings, ISO 400, really nice, smooth image, no noise at all. f1.4 and 50 lumens on the flashlight, so I was nearly at the lowest level. I asked you guys, do you have a question about this picture? And this is what I have. Do you scout out location? On this specific one, we went location scouting earlier, and it should be a YouTube series later on this month. So you'll be able to see where we walk on these rocks, but I had no idea I would shoot that direction. We found out about that only on the spot. That happens a lot. When I'm done with what was the main goal of the night, most of the times I I noticed something else and we just continue. And the rest of that question, are you not afraid to go in these areas in the dark? No, I don't know, I don't think about that. When there's a lot of light in the background, what can I do to avoid losing the light painting? So when the light from the tube is blending with the background and you kind of start to lose it, most of the time it's because you're starting too early at night or your tube is not bright enough. So get more lumens, get a brighter tube. I explain all of that in details in episode 40. Okay, last question. What is the easy way to create this type of creative look? I don't think there's an easy way, but I don't think that there's an easy way. So the easy way, I don't know. Should there be an easy way? Are we looking for an easy way? Maybe not. I think I like it when it's not easy. When you're going back home and you really struggle to get something and you got it, like that was not easy, but you got into something. I don't think I have the answer for this one. Okay, we'll end up that video right there.